really loud.
He does it on purpose.
Oh. Take it away.
Should we start?
Let's go.
All right. Welcome to City FM 89 studio. You're here behind the scenes with us with Team 89. I'm going to say 89, but we have our pop culture expert, Elise, and then we've got Sophia returning on the podcast. She's the one that basically will bring us all the news. All the newsy bits that like we don't really know about. We know the surface level stuff. She's going to bring us the real juice. So today we're going to be talking about, Sophia, what are we talking about?
So we're going to be talking about the Met Gala, but not Met Gala fashion, not who, when, what, anything about that. We're going to be talking about the Met Gala in the context of what's actually going on in the world.
But can we also just touch upon Tyla's dress?
Killer.
So good.
Hate to say it, but
So good.
yeah, it
I
was
mean, it's the
amazing.
only one that I liked.
It's the only one that really stood out.
Olivia really killed it with that one.
I mean, I like Cardi B's dress too, but
honestly, I really just didn't
was
pay
like-
attention to
She
the
definitely
fashion.
stole the show.
Yeah, she's probably the only one I saw. I was kind of done with the whole flamboyance of the Met Gala.
the Met Gala is getting a lot of hate. And it's also
Exactly.
triggered something, right?
It's triggered a social media outcry, or as I like to call it, a social media revolution. So in a nutshell, what happened was that on the Monday that the Met Gala took place, Israel invaded Rafah. So while major news outlets were covering fashion and art at the Met Gala, there was a huge humanitarian crisis taking place in Rafah when Israel attacked what they called a safe zone. Anyways, that's the basic context. And so people beg the question, why are we paying attention to the Met Gala when there are more important things happening?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, in a nutshell. This is a pretty good breakdown.
Yeah, that was a good overview, Sophia. Thank you.
But also, what did it like really trigger? What's the hashtag that's trending these days?
It's the Blockout 2024.
Block
Blockout. Things.
party.
It's also known as the Block Party, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But I think, Sophia, do you want to talk a little bit about that Hailey Bailey video?
Yeah, so how did Blockout start? A lot of you might be wondering. So Hailey Bailey, this super famous TikToker, she came out and dressed. She didn't even go to the Met. She just really wanted to go really badly. So she dressed up as Marie Antoinette from the French Revolution, and she lip-synced to Let Them Eat Cake. Super problematic, don't you think, guys?
It's
I don't really know what she was thinking with
it's
that.
publicity. It's
but-
publicity. That they all do this, right? They all want to jump on a bandwagon. They all want to jump on trends that are happening. It doesn't matter whether it's a good trend or a bad trend or a very problematic trend. Clearly, this is an extremely problematic trend.
Even
I think-
after she got hate for it, Harper's Bazaar posted a picture on Sunday for Mother's Day of Kylie Jenner dressed as Marie Antoinette as well. So clearly, I think publicity might be on the forefront of their minds
Of
because
course, 100%.
they don't care.
I
It's
think
hard
that
to
they
know.
believe any publicity is good publicity, but until
they
it's
took
not,
down the
you know what
post.
I mean?
These major news outlets never take down posts, and Harper's Bazaar took down that post.
I mean, look, the way it works with like generally with media and with us, right? Like
Yeah.
whenever we're coming up with like things to talk about or we're coming up with content for shows, we're always thinking about, okay, what's trending? What's everyone talking about? And let's kind of see how we can kind of take our content and merge it with that, right?
Yeah.
But you think about the social responsibility of your platform as well.
100%.
Yes,
Does it
always.
align with your values, your brand values?
I mean, we haven't really covered any of these award shows like we normally would because it's kind of tone deaf,
It is.
right? I mean, why would you be celebrating? I understand that when something happens in one corner of the world, a lot of people are in a bubble, they're not affected by it. But we're living in a bubble now where everything,
Yes.
thanks to the internet, is literally right there. And all of these people, there was this Palestinian journalist who came out and even spoke about the Met Gala and spoke about how tone deaf it is. And on one hand, you have all these people who are suffering the worst kind of humanitarian crisis. And on the other hand, you have people celebrating and spending ridiculous amounts
Yeah.
on gowns
Yeah.
that are made of sand.
So a little bit about Block Party before we continue. So what happened was that after Hailey Bailey posted that video.
Sorry. Before I don't want to cut you off, but let's assume that a lot of people have no idea what hashtag Blockout
exactly,
2024 is. So let's break that down
exactly.
first.
So right after Hailey Bailey's TikTok video went live, people started calling out creators for their lack of activism or subpar activism. So whether they have never posted about Palestine or they haven't done it well enough, whatever that means to you or to the people calling them out. So lists started getting released. It included everyone from Taylor Swift to Travis Kelce, Zendaya,
Selena Gomez,
but smaller creators as well.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez has been getting heat for a while though.
But honestly, as she should. Like, let me
All
be
of them.
so real,
Agreed.
like,
They're
as
all-
she should.
All of them.
All of them should.
I mean, how many followers do they have? 600
millions and
Millions.
millions.
600,000 million,
Yeah.
whatever. Millions of followers.
Yeah.
You have a platform.
Yes.
Every time you sneeze, like hundreds of thousands of people say,
Yeah.
bless you.
Yeah.
But you can't turn around and speak up for an actual humanitarian crisis that's happening. What are you waiting for? Like 20 years from now, you're going to turn around and be
Agreed.
like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't speak up.
Exactly. And so simultaneously, this TikTok creator called Erica released a list of authorized GoFundMes for people who are trying to evacuate Rafah and get to safety, whether that's in Egypt or anywhere else in the world. And so these creators who were getting a lot of heat sort of segued on that, and they took it and they raised a lot of money. Some creators raised up to $500,000. So I mean, they had some serious impact, but people are calling them out for their performative activism. That now that they're getting hate and heat, they've taken the opportunity to segue on something that's trending.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
only will they get publicity, but the heat and the hate will sort of, shut down a bit.
So, in layman's terms, the reason that people are blocking these celebrities, have you guys blocked anybody yet?
Yeah.
I've blocked so many people.
I've
So many
blocked-
of these comedians and just from the beginning of this crisis to now, I have kind of gone through my followers list and and anyone who is being problematic, anyone who is saying something. I mean, how do you not feel anything, right? Just block and delete.
Yes.
I have no reason to follow them if they can't.
I went to college with people who are pro-Israeli, and that's content I just don't feel comfortable seeing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same.
Yeah.
I removed a lot of people
I
from
removed
college.
a lot of people. I don't
so do you
want
want
to
to talk about why people are choosing to block these celebrities?
Tell
Because
me.
I feel like some people might be confused about what the objective of that is.
Which personally I think is a great objective.
Yeah.
So what is it, Elise?
So the more followers that these influencers have, the more money they make. And I think the objective with people blocking them off social media is to decrease the amount of money they make.
So, for example, even if you are hating on them for not saying anything, which I mean, Pakistanis are great at trolling, right?
Yeah.
So you have all these people who every time somebody posts something, like even with Hum Style Awards just now,
Yeah.
all the pictures and stuff, all these celebrities put up pictures. If you look into the comments, people are just hating on them
But they're getting
and calling them
traction,
out. But they're
though.
still getting engagement. They're still getting traction.
Exactly. So take that away.
If you take that, that's exactly what's happening. So if you block and delete, that means they lose the followers, they lose the engagement, they will lose those brand deals.
Exactly.
They will lose the
Definitely.
money that they're making
Yeah.
from brands, because brands will pick you based off of what your data is, right?
Agreed.
How
And
many
in this
followers
day and
following
age,
you have.
my follower to you is a vote. It's a vote that I trust you, that
Yeah.
I will agree with what you're putting out there, and that I'll engage with your content. And those three things are what any brand looks for. Why should I give you that if you're not aligning with my morals and my beliefs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you know what? Yeah. Block everyone. Decide who you believe fits your own morality and your standards of activism. Whatever that may be. No judgment here. But yeah, go ahead, block them.
I think that's a great way to end this.
Yeah.
So if you guys like our breakdowns here at City FM 89, please comment. Don't hate, comment. And let us know what topics you want us to touch upon, because we have a lot of knowledge.
Stored
Weird
up,
pop
yeah.
culture knowledge, weird facts, fun facts. We should do one on just fun facts that we know.
We should,
We
because
just
there's
throw-
a lot of weird ones out there that people probably won't expect.
Fun fact, the Met Gala is cancelled.
Fun fact, all award shows are cancelled.
Yes.
Fun fact, there are bigger things you should be paying attention to.
And on that note, see ya.